Hi everyone, it's Janis here with another episode to help you build better daily structure and be in control of your life. To move forward in life and build businesses, you will need a team. Team of people that will help you to achieve your goals. In this video, I wanted to share my simple hiring process on how I hire people and what things I pay attention to when I'm hiring. I started hiring at a very young age as I realized that I can get things done much quicker and have more time to focus on the things that I want to do. As a kid, I was living in the countryside and we had the gardens and fields that needed to be looked after. It was great to grow our own vegetables and potatoes. We could save money as we didn't have to buy them, but having a gardens and fields came with some disadvantages. See, as a kid, I was in charge of watering the plants and picking the weeds. I didn't mind doing some of it, but we had so many of them that I would have to spend the whole summer just in a field. While other kids were playing, swimming in the local lake and chilling out, I was there picking the weeds. I knew that I needed a plan. While doing some work for my grandma, I was earning some money. Instead of spending that money on sweets, I was saving it and later using to hire other kids. At the time, I was about 8 to 9 years old and it worked very well. With the army of kids, we could get 2 weeks of job done just in 2 days. That gave me a lot of free time. I was happy because now I was outside playing with other kids and enjoying the summer. So that was my first experience with hiring. I still hire people often and I have developed a short process so that I can make sure that I hire the right people for my team. Just a note, if you need a quick logo or something small, then don't waste your time with following these steps. This process is more for hiring people for long term, people with who you will work together for at least a couple of months. So here we go. Step 1. Writing detailed job description. This is the first step of the process and it will require some work on your part, but it is important that you get it right from the start. If, however, you try to save time and slap together job posts with a few lines, then the rest of the process will be hard to follow, and most likely you will not be able to identify the right candidate. In your job post, you want to describe what role you want to fill, and this will give the applicant clear understanding about the position. Another thing that you want to provide in job description is samples. Samples will help the candidate to understand what quality of work is expected. It is not always possible to add samples, but if it is, then definitely include them. Next thing you want to ask in your job post is previous work that the person has done. This will make it much easier when you review applicants to make a decision. Also, don't forget to add screening questions. Some platforms like Upwork has a separate section for adding screening questions, but you can also include them in your job post. Screening question is direct question to the applicant that he needs to answer with a custom answer. This will help you to filter out applicants that simply apply to all possible positions. For example, if you're hiring a content writer for your personal development blog, then you might ask the following screening question. Have you written personal development articles before? And do you think that you'll be the right fit for this role? Step 2. Review applicants. Once you have submitted your job post, give applicants a day or two to apply and then go through all of them. First, you want to do initial shortlisting, where you will get rid of all inappropriate applications. Some applicants might be too expensive for your budget. Or sometimes you can see straight away that the person will be not a good fit because of their skills or knowledge. So let's say if you post something on Upwork, you'll probably get 20 to 30 applications. With this initial process, you want to get rid of at least half of the candidates, leaving you with about 10 of them. Then you go through these 10 candidates and pay close attention to how they have answered to your screening questions, as well as look at their previous work. The goal here is to shortlist 3 to 4 candidates that will go to the next step of the process. Step 3. Interview candidate. Interview gives you a chance to speak with a person in real time and ask them the questions that you want to ask. When I interview candidates, we go over the job requirements, a rough cooperation plan, workload, timescales, etc. This gives me a chance to interact with the candidate and make sure how easy it will be to work with the person. One thing that I value over everything else when I'm hiring people online is communication. Everyone can apply for the position and have a good portfolio. but I want to make sure that when I send queries, they will be dealt with within reasonable timescale. And if we have to discuss something, then I want to be able to quickly arrange the call and go over things. I have been in a situation where the person seems to be like a perfect candidate. Good application form with all the answers, as well as some great work examples from previous jobs. But when it's time to do a call, then there are problems coming up one after another. And this has happened multiple times. I know that if you're struggling to arrange the call with a candidate and it gets postponed multiple times, then there will be always problems with communication. My best advice is to pass on candidates like this, as it will only give you more problems in the future, and just go with the next best candidate. Number 4, organize sample job. Once the interviews are out of the way, you probably have a pretty clear vision about the best candidate for the position. But there is one more step that will ensure that you really hit the nail on the head, and that is giving the candidate sample job. When I was hiring UI person for my mobile application, then I gave sample jobs to 3 people. One of them didn't do it at all, and other 2 people completed it with an agreed timescale. The sample was simply one screen from the application. From 2 people who completed it, one person was 2 times more expensive than the other one. So in the end, I picked the cheapest option, as the quality of the samples was similar for the both candidates. Once you have gone through these simple steps, you can be sure that it's going to be the right candidate. I hope that by following these steps, you'll find the right people that will help you to grow your brand and business. If you want to manage your time better, have more structure in your life, and achieve your goals, make sure you check out my time planning application. You can set goals and track progress towards them, create time blocks and build your own daily structure, as well as log your time and measure your performance. Best of all, it's totally free, so press here to check it out right now. I'm working on new videos every day, so be sure you subscribe so you don't miss my next episode.